guys. Hello. I know I came on here at like the beginning of my night, the beginning of like Lotti hours. You know, 12 o'clock. Witching hour. 12 to 3. I am always up and ready and being. Literally. Always being. But I came on here for your guys' advice. Well, not advice. Well, maybe. So, as I said before, you guys, you know, I'm going to go ahead and I have a lot of old clips that I told you I was going to put on YouTube. This has been for, 2 years now? I said it. This is actually happening now. So I'm going to put all those together in a clip and you'll get them in a little bit. But I wanted to kind of write down a handy dandy notebook. And yeah, I don't care. Also, high school, college, middle school, I'm all about these bitches. I don't know why. Anyways, side note. So yeah, I want to know what you guys want to know about either, like, I'm gonna do a before, during, and after kind of vibe. And I need you guys to like kind of tell me, because obviously there's a lot of pages out there that have this or that or that. Ally Lotti's this, or she used to do that, or she did this. I have no problem with showing you guys who I am. Obviously, if you've seen the Netflix documentary, like, I am true to true. Like, I've always told you I did this or that. I've done this, I've done that. You've seen me do this, do that. You've seen me heal, unheal, not heal, be good, not okay, be crying, be a bitch. It doesn't matter. So, like, what are the things in the right now that you guys might want to know when it comes down to myself? And obviously with Jared, but more about because he's not here. So more about myself here, and then previous to Jared, because I am like receipts, got them all. Whatever you want, got them all. Let me know so that like we can make this shit legit. They're like, I'm gonna fight you for it. So we can make things legit so that when you read... Ow! Excuse me. We're not doing none of that. None. Sit down and watch TV. Now. What'd I say? Now. Lay down. Lay down. Down, Kaplan. I can't. So, what is it like back in the day that you guys would kind of want to know more or less about me? I see, like, I mean, I've been arrested, obviously. I've done this, I've done that. But, like, just so you guys know, if you were to, let me say this real quick. I know there's, like, something out there like, oh, Ally sold this, sold that. First of all, never sold shit in my life. Ever. Never, ever. With that said, that thing, whatever you guys see that says Alicia Leon for Southern California, not one of my IDs are ever been in California, ever, even till this day. And that case is literally from like 1987 or something. And that's not my real name, like what's on there. So like all those things you see aren't true, but I will go ahead and put out my real things. Like, that's not a problem at all. Like, I'm like, again, you guys already have seen me fucking out here sniffing fucking whatever the fuck you think you want to say I'm sniffing. I can't explain to you how true I am. Like, that's how I've always been. That's how I move. I move low key. Obviously high key now because of the situations that I have found myself in. But other than that, I'm going to take it and I'm going to go with it. So what is it that you guys, like, want to know about, like, before, right now? Because I got, obviously, a lot of stuff for, like, when I was with Jared, a little bit before, a little bit after that you don't see, but I have. And I also have a lot of footage of me and Jared that I have not watched the full documentary, but definitely will need to come out. So I will have that out for you guys, because I feel a certain way about how Jared needs to be perceived, because he loved you guys, and I want to show you how much he loved you guys. Like, it disgusts me when it comes down to that. Like, I almost get jealous of you guys sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck? But it's okay. We'll share him. He's mine. He's yours. We're here together. Without him, it sucks. But that's what I'm saying. So go ahead and just, like, write some shit I can see. So, yeah. Actually, I can go on this phone, too, so I could, like, see up close. So that, like, I know what is really being said and what you guys really want to know about beforehand. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to come back on here and do it, like, at, like, again, I'm on live on my other phone, so I could read everything. I'm that blind. I'm blind, so you guys know. So yeah. Somebody was like, she's engaged, yo, she's not taken. I will always be, like, this ring will stay on me. All of my tattoos of Jared, which I probably have almost, like, 14, like, plus, of, like, either ones Jared had written and got me to get done, or that matches, or that I got when he got one done. There's a lot. But I'm doing a lot of things right now that kind of put a lot of other things in perspective. So I want to get your opinion. Okay, so someone, do you still do perks, or did you stop because of what happened to Jared? That's a great question. I'm going to put this down here. Now, right now, no. Don't do perks. I have Suboxone. I can go grab my script if you would like. I actually stopped doing perks and got myself off of perks myself, even though I did ask to go to rehab. But again, you're going to see a lot of footage that even Jared said, I'll go to rehab. We'll go to rehab. We'll go to rehab. We'll go to rehab. But I want to make sure I got off perks, and perks are not my drug of choice ever. But I did get off of them last year, right before, like, fully, right before Jared's birthday. And I was nervous about that. I didn't want to go ahead and get off of them yet, because I didn't want Jared's birthday to come and me do something stupid. Because I worked so hard to get to that point that I was like, what the fuck, you know? And then something just came over me, and I was like, no, fuck that. Like, I really, like, my whole point was to be, like, this walking 999, real life. Like, he said you could do it, you could do it. Like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Whether I'm by myself or not, I'm gonna do it. And I'm by myself at all times. And I like it like that, because I don't like to be sick. I don't like to catch other people's shit. And I already am sick by myself. Allergies, not my favorite. But yeah, let me write that down.
So the government, the aliens, thought it would be a nice way to sort of ease us humans into accepting that big, crazy technological shit is possible. I mean, if you start giving people
okay, so again, I'm still reading. And I appreciate you guys for, like, really, like, I want real ass questions. Like, I'm a real ass bitch, as you can see, like, from shit you've seen. And if that doesn't put two and two together with everything that I've ever done or said, like, please. And with anything, when it comes down to, oh, she changed her story about what happened that night, like, 3 or 4 times. You have to remember, me and Jared always did, like, a read between the lines, like, coded message. I had to sign something. I'm not in contact with, like, I'm not in contact. I'm not in, like, in control of Jared's things at all, whatsoever. And I want nothing to do with that, because healing enough, like, human to human is hard. So, like, I give everyone who has him as, like, someone, like, I don't know. It's I'm gonna explain that, like, more later, but, like, in general, know that I had to literally, like, I'm not in charge. I wasn't like, oh, sign this. Like, no. I didn't do nothing like that. I'm the one that had to sign something that someone was like, sign this or die. No, not die, but you know what I mean. So please get off my ass and try to, like, read between the lines and listen to other people that were there. Or, in general, just, like, see the fuck that I'm here and that, like, literally, I have no, like, it'd be different. I could understand if you see me, like, out, I'm with this person, that person, I'm partying, bitch, you never see me, I don't go nowhere, I don't want to go nowhere, I'm sad to come in here, we're sad together, like, the fuck, like, can we really just bond for a second, like, and you guys that hate me, like, for no reason, like, understand that we're on the same side, same, different, but still same, okay? So it's like my favorite fucking movie. Okay, so I'm reading some shit. Do I think I can get a new significant other? I'm gonna write that here. Now, what I can put on that right now, just so you guys, even though I'm going to answer this in detail during what I'm going to be doing in the future, I feel like that's a great question. A lot of people, like, I feel like one, I would want to know how you guys would interpret that. One, I've been literally, like, Virgin Mary over here. Like, I'm not playing at all. Like, it blows my mind. Because I just miss Jared so much that, like, nothing compares at all. And I couldn't even think, like, But I'm grown and I'm 28 and I, like, never wanted a child until Jared wanted to have a child. So, like, and then I realized I'm, like, the only one left with my family. I'm, like, here. I am this awesome person, like, if you really get to know me and, like, how, like, you guys are, so I don't want to, like, not, like, in my will, it's, like, if I die first, or if one of my dogs die, like, euthanize us, like, me, River, if something happened to Kaplan, me and River were out, bye. If, like, something happened to River, me and Kaplan are out, something happened to me, Kaplan and River are out, we're all going together, so it's, like, there'd be nothing left, just because I do that, because no one will love my dogs how I would. And I know that sounds wild, but, like, when you have nothing, and you guys think I have everything, and I fucking don't. Please trust me. Like, I have the things you guys, like, want materialistically. Go work for it. You'll get it. Just like Jared said, you'll get it. But watch it, because once you get it, you're going to realize you don't want that shit. Because you can't blame your sadness on nothing else. Everyone who has money can sit here and relate to that exact quote. Once you have everything, you're just not happy all the time. You think, oh, I got all this money, I got all this, and again, I have none of Jared's money. Putting that back out there, so we already did this before, but I'm doing it again. None. You guys decided to follow me. I didn't ask you to follow me. None of that. I didn't care either way. Had no idea for, like, a week. Like, none. So, remember that. Okay? This is not my cup of tea. This is just what Jared told me to be if anything happened. He was like, Ally, you have to speak. You have to talk. Because when you talk about something, not like going off on a rant, but when I talk about something, I'm able to explain it how he understood, which might make other people that are like him understand. It might help someone. So that's what he always told me, so that's what I'm doing. If that wasn't the case, I would have deleted my shit, and I would always say, like, run away, but Jared's so huge, and our love is so capsulized and huge that I couldn't run away from him. So I had to deal. This is the first death that I had to actually deal with all the other deaths in my life, which has been very much many. I'll just run away. Not this one. So when it comes down to a new person or whatever, a new friend would be nice. I don't have any friends. You would think, Ally Lotti, hey, yeah. I have acquaintances, they're cool. I have brothers, they're cool, but they're busy. Like, they always got my back or whatever, but to have, like, a best friend here with me, to, like, I don't know, laugh, that'd be cool. So, but I'll answer more of that deeper later. What made me realize I was in love with Jared? This is so wild, and I know none of you guys are going to really understand it. I'm not going to write it down in the book because it's something I could say right here, right now. I went to go see Jared and went for only a couple days, and he had to leave and go to, like, overseas. And that's where you guys get a couple of those songs. I dipped. Like, I'm grown. I don't need you to get me a flight. I don't need you to, I had my own money. I have my own money. Like, I don't need that. So you were like, he like hit me like in the morning, babe, like, you know, I gotta go da-da-da-da. Do you have your passport? And I was like, actually, my passport's coming in later on, like this month. So it's going on a girls trip. I was like, so when it comes in, I'll just go ahead and go to wherever you are. He ends up being out there for like 3 or 4 days. And like, is like, I'm canceling everything. I want to come home. Now, the reason to that is because when he was with me, there's a lot of things personally that happened to Jared during that time. You know, he had broken up with his ex. We were just friends literally like for the first couple like days. I know it sounds wild, but yeah, only a couple days. And I was really just helping him like understand everything he's ever like texted and talked to me about when anything had happened. And I'm just like, you need someone to uplift you. And that whole time, normally I would be on my drug of choice. Normally I would be high as hell, like smoking hella blunts. But, and we were smoking a good amount, but like, I'm like 8 blunts, like at the least, at that point. Now I could barely get through a joint, you guys know me. But I remember being around him, and then I was around my ex, or any ex, I always had to be extra high. Like, if I was gonna have sex, or whatever it was, I always had to be high. And I remember being with him and being sober, pretty much. And I was like, you make me laugh, even sober. Like, you're my person. And then after that, it was like, and he just automatically reciprocated this energy that I've always given out. And I've never seen that happen in my whole life. And I'm older than him. And I met a bunch of people. I was a stripper before him. Like, he knew me as a stripper. Like, he knew me before I was a stripper. Like, so you guys know, I only stripped for like 4 months. So this whole like, Ally is a stripper. No, I worked at Hooters for like 4 years. And then I was like a stripper for a couple months. And then didn't have to. Won a bunch of money in Vegas. And yeah, just did what I wanted. So that was my life. But yeah, it was the fact that I was around him and didn't have to be high. Now, as time went on, that drastically changed. But our love was still so deep that I see why it changed now when I look back. But just so you guys know that, I'm probably not going to go into that into my book, just because, not so, like into my book, but like put that in my little book. Because again, I want this to be about what do you want to know about me, so that when I do talk about Jared, or you get my humor, or you get me, or you get me when I'm bitchy, or whatever the fuck it is, you understand why I'm being like that. You're not like, where is this crazy ass bitch coming from? Is she on drugs or this or that? Like, no, I'm a psycho ass bitch at all times. Anyone who knows me in real life from high school, from literally kindergarten. Like, kindergarten, I would go and steal, like, bitches, like, fucking show and tells. Like, I didn't have any money, and I would literally go and steal their show and tells from their cubby, and, like, show and tell it in front of the class, in front of them. Like, bitch, try to say something. And, like, I'm just always like this. Always. So, obviously, you could see how that's entertaining to someone who is like Jared. You know, but, so, yeah. Let me go ahead and look. Someone says, so why are you still using Juice name for face? Well, first, you spelled that all wrong. You guys have to realize that Jared put me out here. And then also on multiple occasions sat me down to speak about if he ever passed, what I had to do. So, take it like this. Like, say your older sibling passed and they wanted you to go to college. And you were like set on that just because, you know, you're like, that's all they ever wanted from me. I'm just going to go to college. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm working really hard. I'm going to do it. And that even though you already, like, all you want to do is be a hairdresser, you don't have to go to college for that. But you're going to go to college. That's pretty much where this whole thing is. Like, why I'm here with you guys. Plus, I also realized that I can't just go. Because Jared just didn't let me. It's not like I was like any other girlfriend that you guys might have had seen with other rappers. It was Ally and Jared is on stage. Ally and Jared, or Ally and Jared, or Jared and Ally, or Juice WRLD and Lotti, or whatever it is. Before he passed, we were together all the time in a sense. That I feel like if I just dipped, that it would be so much harder for you guys to understand what he meant by his music, with his love, with his demons, with his life. And I know those things because I also lived it. So I'm not using Juice for face. There's a difference. You guys remember when I had a problem with a name that will not be said, but because that was being using Juice for face. Okay? We don't like, first of all, we don't even like calling him Juice over here. Second of all, he's not, he doesn't, if he didn't fuck with you, don't play with me. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for God to be like, you have ascended. Like, if I die, you guys better be having a party. Like, dress me up. Don't put me in a coffin. Stuff my dogs. I'm trying to party with y'all and then burn me. Because it's like, act like I got into Yale or something. Like, don't fucking sit here and, like, no, I finally get to be with Jared. Like, fuck yeah. Okay, so this is not, oh, you're using Juice WRLD. No, I'm not at all. And anyway, you have to remember, that was my life. Not just only Jared, but I did every single thing to the point that I was on stage with him. So that was my life. Also, just how you guys get to see there, like in documentary, me stiffing lines. That was my life also. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is my life also. That's why I'm like, before, after, we'll talk about in the middle, because I get how some people are like, oh, well, you're using Juice WRLD. No, I'm not. At all. I'm doing what Jared wanted. And I'm doing it so not to the point that he wanted that sometimes I know he gets mad at me. I don't like this shit. But I love everyone that loves him. So, here I am. So please understand that. It wasn't just Jared's life. He was the star. I stepped back completely. I remember, like, even remembering, like, that day. I remember looking at him and he was just freestyling. It's probably like the third day we were together. And I was like, you are a fucking genius. And a superstar wherever you go. Whether we're in the bathroom or you're at a show. You're amazing. at all times. Like, you're a performer. You are on, like, on switch at all times. And normally I was like, wherever I went, I was like the on switch. I was like, we're partying, bitch. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go there. I'm flying you out here, flying you out there. Like, I didn't care. I won hella money. Like, bitch, let's go. All my friends that I had back then, we've gone everywhere, went everywhere on Lotti. On Lotti. You could ask anyone, even if they don't like me. They're gonna be like, yeah, that bitch took me everywhere. So, with that said, no. I took a step back. He was that king that I was like, I'm just gonna like sit here and do everything I can to like make you see yourself in the light that I and millions of others see you in. Because when I was with him, he didn't see himself in that light. Whoever was before me had brought him down, whether it was like life or someone or whatever it was, brought him down so deep that he didn't see himself how any of us saw him. And I was not having that. I was like, to the point I remember him asking me like, oh, Lotti, like, should I put a shirt under this? Like, you know, he never wears shirts. And I'm like, boy, you a rock star. If you don't get your ass out there, you don't need no fucking shirt. What, to sweat and take it off? Bitch, go out there in your fucking Montclair that I fucking walked in heels all the way goddamn down fucking the rocky ass fucking street in London to go to the Montclair store and get that shit for you. Because I fucking saw it and I was like, you're gonna love it. And like, I went down there and I bought him the shit and it was super fire and he loved it. He really loved it. But yeah, no. So, fuck all that. I was like, go do you. This is your world. This is your world. Be that king. Like, you're that king. And I would treat him like that and he would completely reciprocate that energy. So, at the least, what I could do is do what he asked from me, which is this. So I am not using his name at all. I'm telling my life. That's why I'm asking you, what do you want to know about me? Now, Jared has to do with me. It's just kind of a hard situation, but you have to really understand that. It's not like I was like, God, like I was there with him for 2 years. Like, you don't like. I wasn't just a book and a pencil, like, sitting there. Like, no, I was a person there, going through everything with him. Going, just how he says, through the highs and the lows with him. Yours truly. Okay? So let's look at other things. Oh, my thing was all the way up. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling down.
They're anxious to know what's happening. It's going to be all right, Mr. President. You're a good man, Henry. Thank you.
Oh my God, someone just said you better go to law school. So I have not watched the documentary fully, but you guys have tagged me in a bunch of random clips. Please stop tagging me in the clip with him with a bunch of Percocets in his mouth. Everyone, every fucking person, okay? There's not one person in this group that can tell you any different. I had no idea about that. And that's why you see him look back in the fucking thing in general, because I was walking from the studio to the to the room. Boy, I don't care. I would have went to jail. I would have beat the fuck out of him. I don't care. He knows it. He knows it. Bro, to the point that I'm asking you not to do it, because there's been plenty of times I've sat here like, well, you're lucky. I know I gotta do a couple things with you and me and to keep going, so God lets me into heaven, because I'm gonna fight your ass when I get there. I swear to you. Bro, I've looked people dead in their face like, bro, you almost just lost me. I saw this clip of Jared, I was about to go up there just to fight him. I swear to fucking whatever I can, bro. So please stop tagging me in that. But back to what you were saying. I went to college. I went to college when I was in Jersey, and then some when I was in Bama. Now, Jared didn't go to college. Jared went and became a rapper, but he could have went to college. He was a great baseball player. So he wasn't going to be a rapper. He was going to go to college to be a baseball player. Now, with that said, neither one of us ever went to law school. That's how, like, in sync. So, you know, that was during that first for love. We were dating maybe, I don't even know. But it wasn't, like, long. Like, I mean, we didn't even date long. But, like, we were together every minute mostly. So it adds up to, like, someone who dated someone for 4 years and, like, went to school with them, see them at school, go home, text them, go to sleep, call them, you know, that kind of shit. Like, time-wise, we were together a lot. We never went to law school. But that's how in sync we were. Like, I hope you guys know. Like, we never went to law school, no. And I just remember watching that video, like, cracking up, like, because that's how we were sitting. We were in the middle of doing a song at that moment. I'm pretty sure Max Lord was, like, you know, being a little engineer, doing what they do, to, like, the songs. And yeah, me and Jared just, we're talking to the camera. Jared's like, oh yeah, da-da-da-da, and I'm going along with it. That's, like, how we were. It's just how we were. No second guessing. No, if you saw, like, what was before that, there's no, like, we're about to talk about this. Or that, like, no, we were just so in sync. And that's hilarious if someone asked that, but no, we didn't go to law school. And that's not going in the book, but yeah. Max was doing Max things. Exactly. Someone said, you made no music. He did, not you. Duh. But, do you understand that what I just said was that's how the music was made? Exactly how we were sitting. He's making music by how I'm looking into the camera right now. Imagine the camera was you, right? And I'm like, hey, I'm on live and this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna write in my book about what you are saying. That's how it was. So imagine if you weren't right here on my phone on live with me, I'd have nothing to write in my book. Get it? You get it? Okay. I didn't make any music, but he sang a lot of music to me, about me, to me, straight to me, off the top of his brain, just how we're talking. So, we were all there making music live. But, let's go on. If you spread your wings, you could fly. You know what really got me, though, when he was talking about how he went to law school? He knows I hate strawberry ice cream. I'm just, like, not a strawberry ice cream person. I'm like, how do you do fruit and milk? I just, no, cut, please, no. So he knew that when he said strawberry ice cream, I was like, nah, bitch, I'm not with that. And, like, didn't even have to say anything. And he was like, no, she likes chocolate. And it had nothing to do with, like, anything other than, like, me liking chocolate ice cream. And it was just so funny. Like, his mind was so fast. It was fucking crazy. Someone said, do you think you could get him clean before he died? So that's something I'll definitely put in my book, because there is a lot of receipts and a lot of things to go along with that question that I'm not going to talk about or answer right now. And it technically, at the end of the day, with healing wise, thinking wise, all of that, Jared, and I actually have it in my notebook. Literally right here. I already wrote in here about it. Like, literally I wrote, like, some of the main questions that were going to be about the documentary that I didn't even see yet. Not fully. And I put it from my point of view was, what did I see from, like, an outside point of view, like your point of view, like a fan, from someone who does and doesn't do drugs or does have any kind of someone in their life or been through any kind of process like that. And then I have, like, A column and B column, and, like, you know, I have for a couple for A, couple for B, and I would, like, you know, people who do drugs, like, do like being high, you know what I mean, versus what Jay liked to do while he was high, well, why he would get high. And then it'd be like A2, which, you know, second one, was like, what did you like while you were high? Like, did you accomplish things when you were high? Did you do drugs? Like, back in the day, I would do, you know, I mean, I was prescribed Adderall. I've had an eating disorder for forever. Look, I did ballet half my life. That comes along with it. And those are things that I plan to talk about. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things. I have a lot of things I want to talk about. But while you were high, did you accomplish anything? And what was it that you accomplished? Was it something that made you continue to get high? So let's take it back to me being in high school. I had a boyfriend in high school who I dated for about 6 years, all throughout high school, after high school. I got engaged once before Jared, and that was then. And, like, we didn't continue, but I did get engaged. I was with him all throughout high school. So you guys understand the kind of person that I am. Like, I have a list of people that I've been with still to this day. And I'm 28, and it's literally not, it's like 17. Not, like, playing with you. At all. I said that to someone the other day. They were a guy, though. It was, like, one of my friends, and they were like, holy shit. Like, I feel like a whore. And I'm like, what do you mean? What's your number? Thinking, like, maybe it's, like, 40, 45. And they're like, it definitely has to be in, like, the 800s. And I'm like, do you know their names? Like, they're like, nah, bro, I just get drunk and go. I'm like, whoa, no. You won't catch no Lotti, not doing none of that. Even as a stripper, I went in with a fucking... I went to business administration and marketing, bitch. I went in with a game plan. Like, I was like, wait, what? Blew my mind. But I was like, wow, you definitely know, like, I don't know. I guess a lot of people. I don't know. But anyways, back to that is what I'm saying is during high school, I would do Adderall because one, it prescribed me. Two, I would do it because I need to get my work done. I like to have good grades. And I wouldn't go to school a lot. I would stay home a lot. So I would send in my papers so that I still got, you know, my credit for everything. And with that, I also had my boyfriend. I would do his homework, just how I was with Jared. I don't know what my problem is. If I'm with someone, I'm like, I'll do whatever for you. Here you go, whatever. I'll do whatever. As long as it's going to make sure you're better, I'll do whatever. Yeah. So, did his homework, did my homework, did Adderall to do those things, and continue to go. So, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who can understand. But then also there's column B, people who don't understand and don't know. And there's also a lot of those people that were around Jared, which is difficult. And then there's also where both combine. Do you have mental health? Do you not have mental health? Are you on drugs because you have mental health and you're trying to medicate yourself, or you have things to do and you need to get them done for other things? Like, there's a lot of things. I have them written down already. Don't worry. We'll be talking about them. But I will go ahead and look for. I'm probably gonna take like 2 more questions from you guys.
Be brave. Be proud. Jamie. Get it out.
I am literally so weak when everyone's like, oh my god, you're the reason why he died. I'm literally the only thing. The only thing. The only thing. There's video everywhere from different points of view. From 12 different fucking cops. From all these people that were around him, that were actually around him. Not people that were like, oh. How about when you watch the documentary? Oh yeah, no, we had to hide it from Ally. Bitch, because I will beat your ass and you get the fuck out of my house. You're not going to fuck with, like, no. Jared's not going to get hot like that. Like, I need to know what's going on. Now, you also have to think about it. Have you gone to college? Have you gone to high school? Don't you want to have fun and go to these parties? What kind of, like, I got to be his mom. Like, at the same time. I'm like, yes, but no, but yes, but no. So let me make sure you're like, because if not, the next person's going to come along not knowing what the fuck to do with you, just like the last person, and you're going to die. I had nothing to do with that shit at all. There's literally, I don't know why you guys think you're detectives and you're better than like the FBI. Like if people didn't fucking like, come on now. Please stop with that. It doesn't hurt me because it's so factual that I have nothing to do with this. That I was literally like an angel sent, and he made that very clear. That I just sit here and I'm like, how? But again, if you love me now, I love you too, and if you hate me now, you're gonna love me really soon. So it doesn't matter. Can I speak about the outsiders? I can in a certain way, but I don't want to speak about anything that might possibly still be something. Obviously not in the exact way, but you never know. Like, I have stopped fighting super hard to make exactly what Jared wanted come true because it hurt. And it was just bringing me really, like, when I get caught up on it. It was bringing me really down. And I just need to learn how to kind of, I prayed to Jared about it a bunch of times. And when I would ask for the signs, I would get the signs, and it just like, so I feel like everything will work out. You guys will get everything he wanted. I'm going to be able to heal and, understand and possibly be able to get everything that he wanted from everything. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to speak about anything that could possibly still be. So I did listen to the album. You guys did hear me say, I know a lot of people are like, you can't skip it. Were you dead ass gonna stay on here for like an hour with me and like listen to everything with me? I told you I had listened through it throughout the day. I'm the type of person I'm not gonna let something hurt me worse than I've already been hurt. So if I know I can't handle something, a bitch isn't gonna do it. Because I've come very far, okay? Like, very far. Very far. Very fucking far. I didn't give a fuck about y'all. No one but Jared, literally. I remember like grabbing people by their collar like the day after Jared passed and was like, listen, this isn't your fault, but like, I gotta go. Like, I can't be here. I gotta go. And they're like, no. And I'm like, then give me a reason why. And no one could give me a reason to this day. They're like, but you're gonna figure it out. And I'm like, I'm not, and I gotta go, but I love you. Like, I to, like, my grandmother. Like, I'm not, like, to real life people, not, like, just, oh, like, someone that I just met, like, no. Like, grabbing them by their collar. Like, don't worry. I'm good. I gotta go. He didn't. And I stayed. And I stayed because Jared had already fucking... I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him when I die. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna, you know, 31, but after we fight, we're gonna be good. Motherfucker left me here. COVID and shit. Fuck.
If you had a prize rose garden, and the gardener let all of your roses wither and die, what would you do to him?
Fire him.
Earth is the garden. Humanity is the gardener. We're firing you.
So what happens to
Someone
us?
said, close your jacket. Doesn't matter if he's dead. Bitch, I'll
Rest assured,
be, if I want to go.
people will be
Jared
spared, including
knows
yourself.
me. You guys don't know me, and that's the thing. That's why I want to do this.
My species.
Jared knows me. So when I speak, when I'm being, what I'm doing, he already
Traitor to your
knows.
kind.
If I came on here naked,
I
guess
understand,
what?
but you mustn't think of it that
He's
way.
not gonna give a fuck.
History is written
Guess
by the
what?
victors.
The second you look at my titties, you're gonna see his writing there. You're gonna look at my thigh or my coochie, you're gonna see his writing there. You're gonna look at my ass, you're gonna see his shit right there. So guess what?
Planet Earth.
He wouldn't want that.
Like, I was stripping.
He tried to warn me that you couldn't be trusted.
And he wasn't, it's not like he was mad about it. He was like, hey, like, come here. Instead of being there. And I'm like, well, cool, because I was not gonna do this anyway. I just want a bunch of money. So let's go. So leave that alone. You're no one's mom. You're no one's dad. And I could probably be your mom or your
He
dad.
said there was another
Like, I'm grown.
another.
I'm grown. And there's not a plate. Like, if you want to look at my titties, literally,
Yes.
what do you see? Jared.
Right about that too.
Literally, Jared. Like, what do you...
Are you going
Halt.
to destroy them?
Halt. Okay?
I said that we cannot share this planet with humans, but we will share it with them. They may be cold-blooded and hideous, but they have...
How'd I win all that money? Oh my god, that's a great thing.
Your species has neither.
It was New Year's the first time, and the second time was when the Eagles won. And obviously, Philly girl, Eagles, love it. And I saved up. I'm very good at saving and investing. This time I had known someone, well, one of my exes was, he had won the poker tournament for like $420 million. So he was super good at like all of this shit. So I put in money, and at the end, like, you know, end of the night, I have videos of it. I'm sure you guys have seen it. If not, I'll put the videos up. Literally, hella. I have girls that literally hate my guts right now come in and tell you, yeah, bitch. Last time I gambled, though, I did lose $30,000. I remember being really upset. Like, not really upset, but I was like, because it's just chips. So it's like, I put a chip down and another chip. And I was like, yeah, thinking I knew what I was doing. I did not. My fucking booby just made that pen stop. And I smoked 2 cigarettes, and within 2 cigarettes, I lost $30,000. And I was like, okay. But that wasn't anything, because I had won, like, and upwards of... By the time I left there, I brought home, like, maybe, like, 20... Probably like $275K, but I had won a lot. Like, my man at that time, he didn't sit down at the table without like $600,000, and that was just to play a game, like a game, not even a big game. There's like codes to it, so yeah. So fuck off again. So for everyone that's like, Ally was with Jared for money. Jared got money. He has a lot of, like, he's a great artist, a lot of money, yes. When I was sitting, I asked Jared if he wanted me to pay for his fucking first class ticket when I got on the fucking, first time I ever got on a plane with him. Because I flew on first class, obviously. And, like, I bought my ticket, obviously. And when we went to go leave, we weren't in first class, and I was like, I haven't sat back here in a really long time. Like, not even on no, like, oh, I'm better than you. I have really bad, like, I don't like being on planes, as you guys know, even before all this. And I like to be, like one, like, right there, right in the front. If I'm not in the first, like, thing, I don't care if you're pregnant, bitch. I'm getting out. Like, I'm getting off this plane. I'm getting in front of you. Like, so Jared had, like, me all the way in the back with him, and I was like, are you sure? Like, because then everyone stands up, and it takes forever for everyone to get off, and I'm like, and I know that's just me being extra, but I work really fucking hard in my whole life. Like, I didn't just get lucky. Like, yeah, I might have won a hell lot of money, but I had a hell lot of money before that, too. And before that, paid for myself to go to college, paid for my friend to go to college. Like, I'm a good person all the way around. Sorry. So, yeah. I was just flabbergasted. But he was like, no, babe. Like, we have the whole road to ourselves. I'll never forget. And I was like, what do you mean? The whole road to yourself? Like, what? And then he's like, yeah, like, no one's going to be on this flight. And I'm like, okay, what? And then we got there, and we got on the flight, and I was like, oh, like, this is what you mean, you could, like, lift up the seat, but, like, the seat part. So we, like, laid down. So it was kind of like being on a jet. Like, because I've been on a bunch of jets before that. And I was like, okay, it's like the bed. Okay. And honestly, we just sat there and, like, made out the whole, like, I don't think I've kissed for that long, ever in my life. We just made out, like, for the whole plane ride. It was great. I felt like I was, like, 12. Even though I don't even think I kissed anyone when I was 12. I was, like, 16. So, yes. I'm going to take one more question on before or after, like I said. What's on your mind about that so that we can get acquainted, okay? And then from there, hopefully you guys will understand me better. Yes, I did teach Juice Wrld how to ride quads. Chris helped him ride dirt bikes. I don't do dirt bikes. I've been riding quad. Like, I was driving a car when I was, like, 9. I grew up in the woods. Like, I grew up on the middle of nowhere. So, like, that's also what I'm saying, guys. Like, I really am who I am right now at all times. Little Lotti, big Lotti, when I'm gonna be 80 Lotti. Hopefully I don't live that long. But you get what I'm saying? It's gonna be just like this. So, like, just to put in perspective, when I graduated 8th grade, not only was my school from pre-K to 8th grade, and I think 176 students and teachers all together, okay, I graduated with 12 kids going into high school as a freshman. 14 were in my class, 2 didn't go to high school, and 12 did. I was one of them. That's how of a small town I'm from. Like, I'm just me. Okay? Like, I didn't ask to be here.
I have seen them at their worst, and I've seen them at their best. And I think maybe it's time we step aside and give someone else a chance.
I am ready to go now. I'm just waiting for one more question for me to write. That, like, actually I will do a thing where it's like with me and him, because I've been obviously answering a lot of questions of just me and him. I want to know what you like, whether you hate me or not. What is it about before or after that you're like, oh, Ally might be lying, or this person's lying, or if I knew this about her, I'll trust her, or understand why she's like this, or something. Like, because there's so many that are like half that it freaks me out. Like, I like don't even like to be outside, and when I do, I go so low key, like you don't know it's me. Did I have a drug problem too? Yeah, that's a great one to get into. I even did write things down about this one already, but I'm glad someone asked that. Okay, so I will answer all of that in a thing that I'm doing for YouTube, but to just let you guys know in general, I've always been legit about everything. Yes, definitely did do drugs before I met Jared. I've honestly did drugs my whole life because I have always been tested for different mental health problems. Now, people who don't know, like Jared didn't know, and it would fucking get me super pissed. But like, even in schools, you will go get tests done, and they test you, and like they're like, oh, you have like I have dyslexia, like I have like certain things wrong with my brain already, just in general, aside from the drugs. Just bitch has a fucking couple screws loose. So they put you on medication, just how Jared would talk about, oh yeah, they put me on Adderall when I was little. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yes, I've always been on drugs, but I didn't know about drugs and like pills. I knew about weed. Always smoked weed because I had an eating disorder and it would help me eat. But aside from that, I thought drugs, like, oh my god, that person does pills, like high school talk, right? I thought there was only one pill. Like, I didn't know there was like perks, Zans, Molly, like this, that. I was like, just like a pill, like a chocolate bar. Like, I didn't know. I had no idea. High school, okay? I'm like a bubble, in a bubble. And then I was like, oh shit. Once I had broken up with my first boyfriend who I was with for like 7 years, dated another kid, and then I partied. And I was like,
2 times for me. Almost 3. So close.
This shit's cool. And then I realized it wasn't cool. And then I realized, okay, you need this, and that to kind of keep going and doing your doubles for Hooters, or, you know, you want to have fun for New Year's, you're going to do this, or instead of drinking, you could do this or that. So, I'll get into all that. But yeah, I did drugs before I met Jared, just how Jared did tons of drugs before he met me. Now, when I met Jared, I actually did not do drugs. The only drugs I did were prescribed to me, and I smoked, just how I showed you earlier. And then I tried to do my drug of choice when I was with him, and he would not let me. To the point, like, I wasn't allowed to have coffee. I wasn't allowed to have any uppers whatsoever. So then I went like probably like a month without doing my drug of choice or any drug. And then some shit happened with my family. And I was like, what is this? I was like, I'm gonna take a little piece, and a little piece would knock me out. And I'm like, I need to sleep. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And then we just never stopped touring, and it just got like to a comfiness, and you gotta keep going. Well, here you go. But still was not allowed to drink coffee. Like, I had to get a macchiato because it was mostly milk. He would not let me do anything. So yeah, we'll talk about that another time. And for everyone that's like, oh, she was cutting cocaine in the documentary. I was not cutting cocaine in a documentary. I'm sorry. If you're from the tri-state area, you know what the fuck is good with Jimmy's bitch, so don't come to me. But no, oh, she was cutting cocaine. Bitch, I wish I was cutting cocaine. Fuck. Like, I just told you. Couldn't even do my drug of choice. I couldn't do no fucking Adderall. It was prescribed to me. But when I don't do my drug of choice, I get that. So yeah. It's like a good and bad thing. Because now that I'm older, I don't mind. But when I was younger, if I looked like this, lots of throwing up would be done. Via why also I would cut up my drugs, no matter what it was, versus swallowing them, because it'll hurt my tummy. People who do drugs know that. People who don't know that. And that's where I have an A and a B column that I will definitely be talking about and getting deeper into, because you guys really don't know. Someone says she's on Adderall right now. No, I wish I was. It's just I just woke up probably it's 2 o'clock? I think it was 11:30, 10 o'clock. Got myself a little bit together and was like, let me go on here. So, just because I like to sit here and be like, me and myself and happy, but not happy, that's really the thing. At the end of the day, if I was to come on here and be how I really am, like, to myself, a lot of you guys would die.
The trade delegation from Mexico.
You'd be like, wow, no one can handle shit. I try to, be like, I can handle it. I can't handle it. I'm still doing it. I can't handle it. No one's giving me an answer. Do you have an answer? Do you? Let me know. Because I have not ever seen anyone in the position that I'm in, or have been in, or have got in to be here, to look at and be like, I'm going to do or not do what they're doing. So I figured I gotta just keep going until I can be that person. Like, I gotta do what she's doing because she did that the right way, and that's that, and that's that. But if I came on here in real life, not super excited to talk to you guys, even though I don't know you, I'd be like, bro,
You can go.
you'd just look at me. I wouldn't even talk. I wouldn't. So, when I'm extra to you guys and you're like, oh, you're super on drugs. No, I'm just trying to make sure that the 13-year-olds that are watching this, or the 18-year-olds, or the 20, or the 25, or the 28, or the 30, or the 40, or the 50-year-olds that literally lost their husband also. I'm like, yeah, I got a smile on, I'm gonna do it. I get off here and I literally scream into a fucking pillow. So yeah, please stop. If I want to do drugs, guess what? I'm gonna do them. And you guys already saw me do them. So I'll probably do them in front of you. But don't do drugs as you. If that's, just don't. I don't know. Just don't. Even though doesn't even fucking, I don't know. Because doctors give, I did drugs because doctors gave me drugs. And that's another thing I was talking about in my book. Did you learn, from drugs, because your doctor gave it to you? Like me and Jared? Or did you do drugs because someone gave it to you at a party? life sucks, but
They're having dinner at the home of a very powerful commander.
life also has really
Let them be
good
nervous.
times. You know, I'll never forget all my good times. Times that, like, as a little girl watching, like, Disney princess movies, being like, is that real? And I had it. I had that. Not even talking about money. I have money. I have everything. That's not it. The love. I had that. You can't blame your sadness on anything else but yourself when you have everything. So be careful what you want.
How's your day going?
Truly.
You look pretty.
Thanks. I wore it just for you.
You shouldn't wear anything from it.
So yeah. Love you guys. If you love me, if you hate me, you'll love me. Trust me. I hate myself enough for everyone.